WearTesters.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Stan, formerly known as NYGemman23 from WearTesters.com, here to give you the performance review of the Nike Kyrie 3. First off is the traction. The traction on the Kyrie 3 utilizes a multi-directional herringbone pattern. Also utilizes two specific points along the forefoot called, well, what we call heat mapping generalization, but it's placed in very specific areas where Kyrie manipulates and moves in specific, turns and cornering and stop and go usage. So these particular areas stuck really well to the ground, along with the rest of the shoe. You also have traction grid patterning that wraps a little bit higher than usual along the back of the heel, and also along the wraparound along the forefoot area from the lateral to the medial side. You've probably seen this if you own a pair of Kyrie 2s or seen the Kyrie 2s in person because of the way Kyrie moves. So in terms of transitioning with traction, really well done. However, on not so clean courts, you kind of do have to wipe on occasionally, but that's with expectations with every other shoe in general. Is the cushion. The cushion setup on the Kyrie 3 utilizes a heel zoom airbag. Small one, nothing standoutish in particular, and there's nothing along the forefoot. Pretty much you can barely feel the cushioning on this particular shoe. It's pretty much the same setup as they utilize in the Kyrie 2. For those who like low to the ground court feel, doesn't jump a lot, doesn't land on impact immensely, this shoe is probably for you. Particularly guard oriented for those who transition a lot, but in terms of those who jump, impact, fall, need that feedback, this shoe is probably not going to do it for you. I honestly barely felt any type of cushioning, particularly even the zoom airbag in the heel. Didn't feel it much at all. So it was, my knees felt it a lot, apparently, like when landing and grabbing rebounds and jumping off, like finishing off a jump shot or layup. So cushion is something that is lackluster. We have the materials of the shoe of the Kyrie 3. Majority of the shoe is pretty much the same thing as you've seen in the Kyrie 2. You're gonna hear that a lot from a particular mesh overlay in regards to the whole shoe. You have particular mesh around the forefoot area. Also, you have strands of fly wire to keep the for lockdown. You also have a kind of like a foam material that's underlay on the mesh where the flex area is, which doesn't press along the forefoot because the shoe itself is narrow, but it's a lot of comfort over there in that particular area, so it gives you a flex grid movement. The toe box uses a lot of fuse, which is really like a hard type of fuse, but it's particularly stranded in the high wear areas. And you have the Kyrie material that's wrapped, which overlays around the whole midfoot area to the heel itself, and you also have it backed by a internal heel counter. The rest of the shoe is a low profile Phylon midsole, and also you have a solid rubber traction on the outsole along with the heel zoom airbag. Nothing really spectacular in regards to what we've seen in a signature model. However, the way they strategically use the material on this particular shoe is really well done. On to the fit. The fit of the Kyrie 3 is, I would say, true to size, particularly for those who have narrow feet or just regular feet. For those who have a wider foot base like I do, I would recommend going about half size up, pending if you like a shoe that has that like a really nice court feel or like a really snug shoe, then you would go into true to size. Unfortunately, they don't usually come with the 13.5. It's a rare case, unless you get it custom sized and custom made over in Nike. I went with my true to size 13. I was fortunate enough to get invited by Nike to try on this pair and actually train with Kyrie's trainer, who was originally from New Jersey, where Kyrie played high school ball at St. Patrick's. So when we tested the shoe, it was a little narrow in the front, but however, with the mesh, the foam material backing the mesh, it really gave it a little, how do you say it, as a nice structure to the shoe where it doesn't press against the top of your feet, along with the fly wire strands to help you with the lockdown on the forefoot. However, it didn't protrude me on movement. I started loosening up the lacing the way I wanted to structure my feet and contour my feet. So after about a couple, maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of play, the shoe itself really slowly contoured to my feet where it didn't cause a lot of pain or, snug feel pressing onto my feet. So the shoe fits really nice. So however, I do recommend going true to size, or if you do have a really wide foot, definitely go up half a size or a full size. Of the Kyrie 3. I wouldn't say it's particularly strange because the weight, it's strictly made for the movement of how Kyrie moves and how he generates the amount of energy and impact, the way it helps support him. So the way the materials wrap around the foot are really, really well done and nice. The outsole structure, because it's so rounded out, it's really based upon how Kyrie moves and contours his body in regard movement gyrations and what he does, especially with his crossovers and stop and go movement. So it really takes time to getting used to. The support feels fine. I mean, there is no, loose structures, whereas your foot you feel like your feet are falling out the shoe. The fly wire lacing on the forefoot to the traditional lacing along the rest of the midfoot really locks your feet down. So you're absolutely not slipping out the shoe. Great traction. I wish the support, other than the cushioning itself, was more supportive. However, this is, strictly made the way how Kyrie plays. Overall, Kyrie 3, pretty decent shoe for the price of like 110, 120. It's not bad. For those who like a really, balanced court feel, like the feel of the court itself, this is particularly for a guard-oriented shoe. This shoe is particular for you. If you want a really well-cushioned shoe, I definitely would look somewhere else, something like the Ambassador 9 or the KD 9. For those who like, minimalistic materials, great lockdown, good traction setup, this shoe is particular for you. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the Nike Kyrie 3 performance review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the video. You can hit me up on social media. I kind of changed my social media handles to TSE Stanley 23 for Twitter and Instagram. It's something I kind of wanted to do and transition off from the NY Jumpman 23 moniker name, because I didn't want to just get stuck in one place. So I wanted to be able to give you a wide variety of range and being able to work with other brands and stuff like that, particularly for WearTesters, because they've given me, but the team at WearTesters has given me so many opportunities to meet so many new people and brands and be able to introduce myself to a lot of people. So I really thank them at WearTesters, from Nightwing, Jared, Noah, Brian, and the rest of the crew. You guys are awesome. And I will continue to do wear testing for WearTesters because we have such an awesome group, totally unbiased. And these are for those who are salty about it and wanting to know where I got these from. These were a shoe directly from Nike. So shout out to the Nike team for inviting myself and also the WearTester squad to view the Kyrie 3 wear testing and training with Kyrie's trainer too. So that was a very different experience. However, this review itself is unbiased because I will tell you like it is. If I like a shoe, I'll tell you I like it. If I don't, I don't. There are particular stuff that I do like and particular things I don't like. So you heard it from it first. That is it for me, Stan from WearTesters.com. Make sure you check it out for all your performance reviews and all your sneaker related news. And that's it for me.